Hi everyone, my name is Edward Karani from Gochapaa community, and today I'm joined by Faith Nyambura. Faith has been in our community for quite some time now. I think almost a year, right?
Yeah, almost a year.
Yeah, and we've had her, actually we've recorded with her some episodes in the past. Please go check them out in our YouTube. And today she's back, and we are going to talk about how Web3 businesses are raising capital in Africa, how they are sourcing talent, and their go-to market strategies, or rather, how they're getting their products to the market. So, yeah, welcome, Faith.
Thank you.
Or do you prefer Nyambura?
Faith
Faith is okay.
Faith
Okay,
is fine. Thank
super.
you.
Karibu sana.
Asante. Thank you so much for having me here. As you've heard, my name is Faith. I'm a Web3 content and event ambassador for Nodu. Yeah, and I'm glad to be here to be discussing about the future of Web3 and how guys can be able to source funding and get talent, as well as put their products to the market.
Yeah, awesome. So maybe starting with the raising of capital. Traditionally, the way most startups used to raise funding is perhaps through friends, VCs. They do go through maybe acceleration programs. We see still some of those methods being used by Web3 companies, but there are other methods which are coming up, or which Web3 companies are using now to raise capital.
Yeah.
We've seen people do ICOs, STOs as well, and perhaps just chime in. The difference between ICOs and STOs is STOs means securities token offerings, which is a more sort of regulated or compliant way of issuing tokens as a way of raising capital, as opposed to issuing coins in ICOs. So we still see a lot of those methods being used by Web3 companies. I don't know what you have in mind, or what you've seen Web3 companies use to raise funding on your side.
Yeah, basically what you've mentioned is what is being used, and I'll just maybe talk about grants. That's also one of the things. It's also being used in Web 2, but majorly in Web 3, because there's so many upcoming products and upcoming innovations around the Web 3 ecosystem, and mostly in Africa. I'll give reference to Nodu. What Nodu does, it has a grants program whereby they take ideas as well as products that are within the seed stage, as well as the minimum viable product stage. Then you're able to get grants based on whatever you're building, as long as it's within the Web3 ecosystem, and whatever you're building will be in the betterment and the growth of the ecosystem within the African continent. So yeah, it's something that Web3, Nodu is pioneering.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So perhaps maybe to talk a little bit about that. So if I have an idea and I want to see some of the available grants programs there, what are some of the requirements do I need to meet to be able to be eligible?
Yeah, sure. That's a very good question, actually. So what you need to do is sign up to the Nodu website. Just have a look at it, and then sign up to the social platforms as well. Then you'll be able to answer like a form, a form that basically tells us more about your product, whatever you're building. Then from there, we'll be able to engage with you based on whatever it is that you've presented, and as well as looking at the product that you're building, as well as the idea that you have, if it's in alignment with what we believe in as a community, as an organization.
Yeah.
Then after that, you'll be posted on, there's a leaderboard whereby your project is voted for by a community. It can be by your own community. Basically, after we've gotten an idea of what it is, your idea will be posted on the Discovery platform, Discovery page on Nodu. Then people can just be able to familiarize with your idea, then vote for you, then you're able to get the grant.
So yeah, the more maybe the more popular your idea is, the more probable you're going to get a grant, right?
Yes and no at the same time, because you might not be popular, but or rather you yourself, you might not be popular, but whatever it is that you're bringing to the market, it's something that is solving a problem that as an African community we're going through, and based on the interaction that our platform gets, a lot of people will be able to interact and see that this is a solution that is being brought towards this particular problem. Then you get voted for, and at the end of it, you get the grant.
Awesome. I've actually seen quite a number of such programs out there, and yeah, I mean, most of the factors that puts you to probate of being given grants. What we've seen even in Web2 businesses, there is ideas which are focused on problems, solving problems, and I think also sustainability, profitability as well, impact, all these things count a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Now, I've had an idea, I've gotten some funding. The most probable step next would be to put up a team, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So, as an African Web3 startup, how easy is it to get talent out there?
It's actually easy. I'll say it's actually manageable. Mostly depending on what kind of a product you're building and within the ecosystem, what exactly you're building. Is it a wallet? Is it a token? Depending. But anyway, it is actually manageable for you to be able to get talents. You can be able to get talents in different ways. You can be able to get talents through engaging with people within different communities, because as we all know, Web3 is centered around communities, and it's
very much,
and it's in those communities whereby you'll be able to meet people who have knowledge and understanding of the ecosystem, as well as maybe the knowledge of the kind of product that you're bringing into the market.
And they don't need to be just developers. They don't need to be just blockchain developers. What are the skills or roles or jobs are available out there?
There are quite a number. You need a sales and a marketing team. You'll need a branding team to brand your product. You'll need community managers. As we've said, Web3 is centered around communities. So you definitely need a community manager who's going to manage your community, because also, as we've mentioned, you get most of these talents on different communities. For depending on the product, there are different groups, different communities. For example, like a dev community, you can be able to interact with the developers in those communities, give them your APIs and access to your documents. They can be able to interact with your platform, give you more insights as to whatever you're bringing into the market.
I've seen different groups having, different forums. For instance, there are some forums for blockchain developers. There's some groups for product managers, marketers, and so on. So the talent pool is there, and it's available.
It's available. It's available. You just need people who have an understanding of what Web3 and blockchain is all about. Then you're good to go, and they're there.
Awesome. Are there other channels that you get talent? For instance, maybe academic institutions, schools?
They're there. You can get talents. For example, there are coding academies within
Moringa School.
yeah, there's
such.
Moringa School, there's Powerland Project, there's
I've actually seen some coding school which specifically trains on blockchain development.
yeah, there is. There's in African continent, there's Web3 Bridge that they train.
Ngeni as well.
Yeah.
You know, Ngeni.
Yeah, they train for that as well, for developers to become Web3 devs. There's also another
Kanga
one.
Labs. I've heard of Kanga Labs as well.
Yeah, Kanga Labs as well. They train guys. There's also another one called C-Section Hub in Nigeria, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so there are quite a number. So you can be able to get devs, and not forgetting, as we've said, the industry is not only for devs.
Yeah.
So there are other institutions that also offer other
skills and talents.
Yeah, skills and talents. Yeah, also you can be able to hold events to, like in universities, for example, and there you can be able to just meet a group, like different groups of young, ambitious, motivated personnel who can be able to just get into the space as well and learn in the job.
Yeah. Awesome. We've got funding, we've got people or team, and now we've built the products and we want to get it to the market.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways, and I know this is where you are very good at.
Yeah.
How do we get that product out to the market?
Yeah, there are quite a number of ways you can be able to do that. In this case, so basically, whatever marketing strategy that can be used in Web 2 can work perfectly in Web 3. But in this case, I'm just gonna mention what we've seen working in Web 3. One of it being community incentives. That is tokenizing giving tokens to your communities, or even airdropping them.
Airdrops, airdrops are big.
Yeah, they are quite popular. So there's this model, there are different models of airdropping people, but the most popular one is bounty airdrop, whereby
what is that?
The recipient is required to participate in a particular task in exchange for tokens. Yeah, so that usually happens. That's one of the major marketing strategy for Web3, basically in the Web3 space. Then there's also community engagement. As we've mentioned, community is a very big thing in Web3. So you just build your own community, then through that you're able to engage single-handedly with your community in different social media platform. Then that also brings the other aspect of marketing, which is content marketing using social media platforms.
In Web 2, I remember people saying content is king. Does it still apply in Web 3?
Content is key for sure, because content is basically interacting with the end consumer and educating them in whatever. Content can be, mostly in this case, it's educational as well, educating and informing. So you can be able to educate and inform your community about the product that you're building in different settings. Like the way we are doing here, you can have a podcast, you can do it on different social media platforms such as Telegram, you can do it on Discord, depending on where your community mostly is. For example, like a dev community, you'll mostly find them on Discord, on GitHub, on GitLab, and so many other places.
What are you guys doing at Nodo in terms of marketing?
Yeah, so Nodo itself is a news platform. Basically, it's a platform whereby we inspire to inform and educate people about Web3 products, as well as basically Web3 products in Africa. That's the core purpose of the platform. So we educate through sharing different news updates on whatever is happening within the continent. There's also discovery platform whereby you're able to discover new products. That's also a way of products marketing with Nodo.
And this product come from various startups or founders or developers, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. So which makes it one of the platforms that people can use to get their products known.
Yeah, it is. Nodu is a news platform whereby we focus on educating and informing people about the tech and Web3 space within Africa. So, and there's a platform under Nodu, there's Discovery, whereby different and upcoming products are posted and guys can be able to engage with that. And based on the metrics that we've received in the last couple of months, that's, if I can just quote numbers, over 1.5 million site visits.
Oh, that's good. That's impressive.
Yeah, so that's quite an...
It's fairly new, yeah?
Yeah, and it's fairly new, but with the publicity that we've gotten, it shows that also the new products and the ideas that are being brought our way can also be able to receive the same publicity as well.
Yeah, awesome. So there you go, guys. So if you've had an idea in Web3 and you've been wondering where to start or what that journey looks like, so we've covered a few areas on how you can raise capital, where you can get talent, and how you can get your product to the market. All right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Faith. Thanks for coming, and hope to host you again.
Definitely. Looking forward to that. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. All right, guys. See you in the next one.